Welcome back, my dollar bills, to Vlogoween! D-Money is here, and I'm going to show you how to make some last-minute Halloween decorations. Alright, so first off, we're going to need some paper. Normally, I would suggest some black paper or any colored paper, but for this one, since it's last minute, I'm going to be using graph paper, and I got plenty of it, so I'm going to move all this to the side. And for now, let's just start with one paper. So we're going to fold it as much as we can into a square. There. I know this is more of a rectangle, but this is actually a lot better than a square. Now get a pencil, and for this one, let's draw a bat. Alright, here we go. I can be a little nitpicky with my drawings sometimes. Cover it from the light so you can see better. And this project sort of takes me back to back in middle school and preschool with those snowflakes. That's sort of what we're doing here. And now we're going to cut out the bat. You can also color it in, but if anything, I would suggest that for last. So let's start with this. And here is the finished, or not finished product, but here's the product of cutting it out. And you can always, now right here I would say you could color it in. You could probably color it in here, and open it up to halfway and color the insides and see what design that gets you. You could do any colors if you want, but for Halloween based, I would say orange and black are your best bets. And you can even do half the bats orange, half the rest black. But let's open this up and see what we got. Alright, well this definitely didn't turn out how I thought it would, but I was expecting more of a snowflake type deal. This might... yeah. I was expecting something like this. But now we got a bunch of bats. So, this might be too many bats for me to color right now, but, and also, for those really creative people, I'm sure you can figure out what to do with these scraps. Like, already I can see this being like fangs. Like, maybe. Like, from the side view. Or, this actually looks more like a staple remover. But for right now, for me, that's trash. But here we are. We got 4 rows of bats. Only one of them turned out the way I expected. But what do you get for last minute decorations? Alright, next up, all you need is paper, marker, scissors, and a string. So, figure out what kind of design you want on your paper, and then we're going to cut it out. For right now, I'm going to do a ghost. Alright, now that I have my ghost, cut it out. Alright, now we got our ghosts. Doesn't look too bad on this background, actually. So, scissors, I mean not scissors, but a pencil would be good. Just make a little circle right there on the top. Or on the sides if you want it, but the top's where I'm gonna go. And the best thing about using a marker on this is that it's double-sided pretty much. So, it basically prints itself on the back. Now, if you have a hole puncher, that'd be good to use, but for this, I'm just going to use the scissors. Alright, and if you're anything like me, there's a pretty big chance that you ripped your hole. So I would definitely suggest having a backup spot. Here we go, I have my hole. I left that rip where it is because it wasn't bad. So, normally when you poke a hole through some page or most stuff, you get a lot of the paper sticking out of the back. What I did was try and flatten it, so that way the hole is even less noticeable. So now get your string, just loop it through here, tie it. You can even just use tape if you want. And then you'll be able to hang it from your ceiling, from your doorway. This could replace mistletoe for on Halloween instead of Christmas. Jack Skellington would approve that. Alright, so now for this next one, we are going to be making sort of like a table decoration, or this could even just go on your shelf or window seal. But I feel like this is better for a table decoration. You can even have this holding your silverware. So we're gonna need a square. Alright. Now we got our square. So fold it back into a triangle. I know, I could have made that a lot better. Now start folding it a little bit towards the pointy side. Well, when I'm saying it's a triangle, there's 3 of those. But you guys can tell. So now when you get to about a good point where you want to stop, here's where I'm going at. Lay it down, take half of it, half of the front, fold it down just a little bit, maybe about halfway, then fold it back, get the tip of it, fold that probably about a quarter way, then fold the tip of that forward and back, so that way it looks like this. Sorry, that's a little hard for you to see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a cross right on the front. So I don't have a smooth, this isn't smooth, it's bumpy, so sorry if that doesn't look too good. So what you're going to want to do is color that in, and I don't have a yellow on me, so I'm going to improvise and go with orange. That's definitely a Halloween color, so it works out. Alright, now get a brown, and you're going to want to cover pretty much what's left of the triangle. Alright, now I wouldn't draw the rest, or the inside of it yet. You could definitely get the edges though. But I would only go to about where that piece of paper folds down to. So like this. The orange, alright, you're out. It wouldn't stop rolling towards me. So what happened is we just created a coffin. And what might be in this coffin? you're asking? Well, let's make a vampire. So here's my vampire. It could be better, but I'm really rushing this since this is last minute. So you can also try and decorate the inside of the coffin more. I'm adding a pillow just because that's what coffins have. Also added some cushions. So now I'm going to bring back that brown and color this top part. You can also get a little red in there. I'm going to color the tips of the fangs so that way it looks like he just had his meal. And now we cover that back up. And then take this onto the edge of a table and just bring it back and forth. So stop once it starts to get curved. You're going to want to bring it around. You can also make bracelets out of these. I should also say these ends slip into each other on the front and the back. You can also just tape these together if you want. Almost got it. There. This will look a lot better with markers, but as you can see here, we got a coffin, then we grab the handle. It's gonna be a little tough since it was just curved. Bring the handle down and boom, sleeping vampire. If you have kids or siblings or little kids coming to a dinner or something, they'll definitely think this is interesting. You could do other characters, like one person could be like, oh, I got a vampire. Oh geez, a werewolf. When you can even have just the pillow and the cushion in here, and when they ask, oh, what's in here? There's nothing. You could say, well, that's the invisible person. Well, they're in there, trust me. That's gonna do it for today's video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Leave any suggestions down below on what you might want to see on Vlogoween, and I'll definitely take them into consideration if they're possible or not. And have a great October, and happy Halloween!